Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move into our next fight, fight number 8. And it is brought to you by the team at QSEC. Introducing first, out of the red corner, Caleb Miller.
Caleb trained some karate when he was younger.
Yeah, Caleb, we'd know about him. He fought on the two fights ago, I think, on Coastal Combat.
Yeah, that's right, Ryan. Your boy, one of your training proteges, Jayden took a decision victory over Caleb in his debut back in September of 2019. I'm sure you would have done, a little bit of study on that fight, looking back on it, Ryan. And what were your thoughts on what Caleb brought to the table?
Caleb brought a good poise for a kid on his debut. I'm sure that he has got a lot better since then, and I'm very excited to see. He trains out at Base Training Centre there with Damien Brown, and I'm sure that he's up and ready. And they've got a few guys on the card, so all the guys would have been together training and putting on a big show tonight.
Yeah. I think one of the real buzzwords when it comes to fighters out of Base Training Centre is poise, Ryan. You see a lot, debut, 10-fight veterans, it doesn't matter. They're always so relaxed and have such good vision inside the cage. And that was really on display earlier in the night when we saw Dwayne Taggart, just in his debut, look like a 7-fight veteran.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
So Caleb Miller, of course, training out of Base Training Centre, as we mentioned, a concrete labourer by trade. He's describes himself as a striker, but is really starting to fall in love with the grappling aspects of the sport. So really rounding out his game under the tutelage of Mr. Damien Brown, Aaron Blackie, and the rest of the crew at Base Training Centre. So very excited. And perhaps one of my favourite parts from his pre-fight questionnaire, favourite submission is a triangle choke because you can still hit him. So Caleb Miller making his intentions known.
Really has quite the training ethic for someone that's doing manual labour all day. He's training six nights a week.
Introducing his opponent out of the blue corner, Jayden "Sugar" Dalrymple. Now, this particular young gentleman, Jayden Dalrymple, training out of Mackay MMA. Bit of a backstory here. Jaden actually made his MMA debut at Coastal Combat 2 back in September of 2017. Was 16 years old when he entered the cage for the first time. Had a few years off now, still been training a lot, competing in jiu-jitsu, had a Muay Thai fight that he was victorious in, and making the return to the cage here tonight, several years down the track. And this young man puts a lot of time in the gym and is really exciting in his fighting style. So curious to see what kind of changes we'll see in Jayden Dalrymple tonight.
He's a BJJ blue belt as well.
Yeah, well, he looks keen. He looks like he's in shape, ready to go, full of confidence as you are when you're 18 years old. Loving it. No?
I remember.
I think these two guys here are both about 18, 19. They're not that old.
Yeah, both pretty young. And
it's going to be a great matchup, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. This is probably one that I had circled on paper for one of the fights that I was certainly most intrigued by. All the storylines coming in, and both boys looking so good in their respective debuts on Coastal Combat previously. So excited to see the improvements that both boys have showcased. And that's one of the exciting things when it comes to these young fighters, isn't it, gentlemen? When they've only been training for 3 years, you give them another year and it's another 25% on top. It's going to be interesting to see what versions of Sugar and Caleb Miller come in tonight.
And fighting out of the Mackay MMA.
It's a really good gym. I've rolled up there and they're actually really amazing.
Yeah.
His favourite submission is a go-go Pilata.
Wow.
Which could be good to see.
Here we go. Just makes his way in, looks nice and calm, ready to go.
He does look composed.
As we hand it over to Mr. Daniel Morsley to introduce the fights.
So, ladies and gentlemen, fight number 8 this evening will be contested in the featherweight division over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 65.1 kilos and trains out of Base Training Centre. Tonight making his second appearance in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Caleb Miller. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, He weighed in at 65.25 kilos and trains out of Mackay MMA, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win for 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jayden Sugar Dalrymple. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Nakia Melody.
Here we go. Jayden and Caleb.
Be interesting to see if Jayden chooses to stand up or go
I think
for
it's going to be a stand-up fight. I think they're both going to technical strikes. There's a nice liver shot there.
Oof.
Good kick. Very strong.
Beautiful,
Jayden, very
beautiful
strong.
body lock.
Beautiful entry and straight
straight
to
down.
mount. Well, Jayden Dalrymple looking sharp here in the early goings.
He might do the go-go parter for me. The thing with young kids, they love doing things that are...
Tricky and amazing.
Yeah, there we go, jeez.
Some good balance to stay on top there.
Yeah, use the fence here. I'd use the fence with my feet to kick off.
So ferocious start here.
He's going for it. He nearly did. There we go, off the side control. Caleb's got his arm back there. There we go, takedown. Nice one. There's a choke.
Oh,
Good defense
wow.
out to squeeze.
No, he hasn't got the back fully. Caleb's going
Arms in though, arms in. It's hard to defend.
That's looking tight, gents.
He's got to get his right hand out.
Oh, there it is. Oh, my goodness.
That was
Jayden
fast.
Dalrymple, welcome back to the cage. Fantastic performance.
That was a whirlwind performance there. How's that?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable speed there.
Gents, I had this one
Ferocity.
basically a pick 'em coming into tonight, and Jayden Dalrymple makes quick work of Caleb Miller.
Has a knee developed.
Goodness me.
I think Caleb it can go any way. You know, any way at the start, and I just think obviously Jayden got that early advantage. Unbelievable speed, precision.
I guess,
Well done to Dave there and the guys up at Mackay MMA. They really got him prepared. Caleb will be back anyway. The kid's got some skills. He'll come back better from this. Well, it was lightning fast.
some really slick jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he looked like he was going for the go-go bladder there on mount. Yeah. It transitioned well.
Yeah, it was some
Dave Gardner's
transitions.
doing a good job there up at Mackay MMA. Well done to the guys. They travelled down here and they got the win. Here we go, Morsley.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 58 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke in the blue corner, Jayden Sugar Dalrymple.
That was slick, Ryan.
Very fast, well done. Be happy with that.
You would have to be pretty happy as a coach.
Yeah,
Made sense to use the jiu-jitsu in a way, like one stand and bang, you don't have to.
that's right.
It's got more experience on the ground. That entry to body lock was really nice.
Yeah, smooth. Here we go to Morsley for the interview.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our winner, Jayden Dalrymple, making quick work of Caleb Miller tonight, getting the first round rear naked choke victory in less than a minute. You've spent a fair bit of time outside of the cage, obviously making your debut back in 2017. Looks like you've been hard at work since. Talk to me a little bit about your thoughts on the fight we just saw.
Yeah, so fucking, we're back, baby. Yeah, I had my first fight at 16. We haven't stopped since, just really working technique. Yeah.
Well, we're very excited to see you back in here, and there was a lot of sort of intrigue around what you would look like, considering the time that we haven't seen you for. And I think it's pretty fair to say that most people are pretty damn impressed by version 2.0 of Jayden Dalrymple. Coming in here tonight, was it the game plan to get that takedown and look for a submission? Because it looks like you went to it very quickly.
Yeah, look, I said it in my corner right there. I was like to Tony, I was like, first round, rear naked choke, that's it. Don't even need to go anymore. Don't bring the water, we got this.
Well, I love the confidence and, delivering on the promise, of course. You mentioned your team there at Mackay MMA. Talk to me a little bit about them.
Yeah, look, we've been working hard. This is fucking years in preparation. This is it. There's a lot of people I want to thank. Dave, Tony, fucking awesome. Fucking Chemo, Pete, Jake, and Dan for helping me with my striking. I didn't get to show it off, but we've been working some striking.
Well, whatever you do, just please don't leave us another 3 years waiting because we can't wait to see it again.
Mum, I love you.
Shouts to Mama Dalrymple. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Jayden Sugar Dalrymple.